Y'all, hey, welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for stopping by. Y'all, as you can see, and as per usual, we are headed oot and a boot. It is Friday, so it must be PT, and I'm tired. So I tell you what, y'all go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you can keep up with the shenanigans, and I'll tell you what's going on. So like I said, we are headed to PT, and y'all, my schedule has changed. Well, I mean, y'all know the standard, like everybody's schedule changed because of time change. Well, then, have I told y'all about this kiddo that I have? I have a homeschooled student that now, all of my classes I teach online. And I have this homeschooled student that I teach that we work in a homeschooled curriculum, but his mom says the only teacher, like he has other teachers that he works with or that he did work with, but mom said the only teacher that he does homework for is me. So I've gradually gone from last year, I started off only teaching him grammar, and then it was grammar and writing, and then it was grammar, writing, and tutoring him in math that he was doing with another teacher because he wouldn't do homework for that teacher because he only does homework for Miss Danielle. So now I teach him, so I was teaching him all his subjects except for physics. So now guess what we're doing? Last week, mom said, hey, can you work with him on physics? So now we're doing all the subjects and physics, although he's in 7th grade. So physics in 7th grade is what you would imagine it would be. So the point of all that was, let me back up and tell you this little story. So I adore this child. Like, we spend an hour a day, 4 days a week together, one-on-one, just me and him. And he emails me during the day to ask me questions. I adore him. I give him the absolute business. Like, I do not let up on this kid a single bit because other teachers do and he doesn't do work. So he don't get away with nothing with Miss Danielle. So he was trying to get it. He has this thing about telling the truth. He doesn't like to do it. And he is a very, very, very bad liar, which I just love. Like, I adore the fact that he just can't tell a lie. So he'll start lying to me and I start asking him questions and he gets this look on his face like he knows that his lie is unraveling, and it's truly one of the high points of my day. So we'll get like halfway through his lie unraveling and I'll go, oh, I hate it when a lie falls apart. And he goes, you always say that. And I'm like, I know, because I really kind of love it. So anyway, when his mom was asking me about helping him with physics, she said, he says that he has this other teacher, the teacher he has for physics, we call it Jingle Bell Physics, he and I do, but the teacher that he has for Jingle Bell Physics, he also has for Spanish, and he doesn't do his Spanish, doesn't do his homework, and doesn't go to class. And he says that he doesn't go to Spanish class because he's doing homework for your class, which is interesting because he often tells me his homework for my class is late. He's supposed to turn it in by 5 o'clock every day, 5 o'clock his time every day. And he says that his homework is late because he had to stop doing it to go to Spanish class. So I said, all right, well, let's talk about this. So I mentioned it to him in class the next day that, and I can't remember how I brought it up, but I asked him something about why he can't finish my work, something to get him to, like, to trigger him telling that same lie so that I could suggest what he had told his mom. And y'all, his face just like he's very pale anyway, but then all the color just drains out of his face and it just cracks me up. And I've told him before that if he's gonna lie, he has got to get better at it. Like, y'all remember in West Wing when CJ was trying to get Charlie to mentor that other, the high school kid, and the kid kept getting in trouble because he was stealing stuff, and Charlie said, look, you seem to want to be doing crime, and every time you do crime you get caught, so you better get better at doing crime if you want to do crime, because you ain't got the size to do the time in prison. So if you're going to be doing the crime, you better get better at it. And I just think about that every time this kid tries to lie. Like, if you're going to lie, you need to get better at it. I tell that whole story for absolutely no reason other than that his mom and I have decided that we needed to move the class, like the meeting time that he and I have, we needed to move it back earlier in the day so that truly would give him more time during the day to get his work done. Because his work for me is due at 5 o'clock, like lock, stock, and barrel, no questions asked. your work is due to me at 5 o'clock. And then if he doesn't get it done, he emails me and then I say, okay, get it in by 9, whatever. But he has to have, he's a little snake. So he has to have like set times that things are due and you have to hold him to it. So y'all, I've been talking for 7 miles and I've told you nothing. So my schedule has changed. And so y'all know how any kind of change stresses me out. So I am stressed straight out of my gourd because my schedule's changed. So now, like, instead of teaching and then working out and then having a breakfast and then working some more and then working out again, now I'm back to like teaching. Now I teach from 3 a.m. until about 10 a.m. And then I can eat and work out and do the things. So I need to, like, this was my first week doing that. And it's like, to say it's been a catastrophe is a grotesque over exaggeration of how badly it's gone. But I didn't pre-think. I tell y'all this all the time, right? Think about like your schedule and your food and what you're going to eat and how you're going to eat it and where you're going to eat. And I thought about none of that because my schedule has changed so much. I need to change how I eat. I didn't do any of that. So it hadn't been good. It's the decisions have not, the decisions being made, they're not the good decisions. So I'm going to PT. I'm going to work this out. I'm going to come out well. Katie's going to work it out. I have been doing my PT. Y'all know that. And I mean, I've still been riding the bike. Like, I mean, I'm not dead, but, yeah, I need to figure out you know what? I wasn't going to park in front of y'all. I'm just going to like park-ish. I'm going to finish talking to y'all and then I'm going to hang up this camera and then really park my car. So, yeah, let me go inside. Look at y'all. I am like, the parking spaces go this way and y'all can see I'm like this way, but let me go inside. Let me see my Katie. Let me USA. My week is over. And, I'm gonna go see my Katie and then I'm gonna come back and we're gonna talk about figuring out some like breakfast, lunch things moving forward. All right. So I'll be back and I'll be better and I'll let y'all know how PT goes too. So I'll check back in a little while and we'll talk about what we're gonna do. All right, y'all. I'm all PT'd. Now I got to go run some errands. I got to fetch some stuff. But let me give you the quick update. I don't even know what I told you. I went on just a ramble on my way there before. Sorry about that. So we got to go fetch some stuff. I got to get my prescriptions at the Walmart, which I know we were there just the other day, but they only had one of my prescriptions. So now I got to get my other prescription and I got to go to the Dunkin' Donuts and get me some coffee because I'm down to like my last 2 days of coffee and that is not good for anybody. So I'm going to go do that and then we're going to go to the house. But let me tell you what happened at PT. So remember my alignment was all out and then I've been wearing this ridiculous girdle and now my alignment is better. So I continue to wear the girdle and my hips are still in alignment. So that's good. And y'all, Katie laughed at me when I was putting on my girdle that she tells me to wear. I was like, what is actually happening right now? But I said, you know what? I don't even care if I look ridiculous because you tell me to wear it and I wear it and my junk is all like straight. So I don't even care. I'm gonna wear it. So my alignment is good. Remember last week I said that my back, like when Katie touched me, I'd like jumped off the table because my back had been irritated since election night because I had stayed up all night watching returns and stuff. Well, that's better, but it's still not great. So she worked that and she poked it and she put I don't know if it's a TENS device or what it is, but some kind of shocky thing on it. And like she could tell from the shocky thing, she's like, oh yeah, this is really inflamed. And she mentioned a TENS device and I was like, I said, hey, one of my online friends told me I should get one of those. So she's like, you know, it's not a bad idea. So I got trained in on TENS devicing myself. So I think I'm going to get one off of the Amazons because I don't see Katie again for like 3 weeks because she's out of town next week and then there's Thanksgiving and then the next week she's booked. So I won't see her until the week after. And then after that, I might not see her for like 3 more weeks on account of, all right, everybody is jumping out of this lane and it's making me nervous, but I won't see her for like another 3 weeks after that on account of I'm going home to my mama's for Christmas. So I'm gonna have to zap myself, y'all. So yeah, I'm gonna buy me one of them things off the Amazons. So that's the plan. And you know, all the same PTs and stuff. So that's what's up with that. She said, I am a quandary because we got my hips back in alignment, but now other things hurt. So this seat is hot now because I cranked it up because I was cold. So let me go. I'm going to go to the Walmart, go to the Dunkin', and then I'll meet y'all back at the house. Now, the sun on the same side that it blasts me in the morning is blasting me right now. I swear it's like follows me around to haunt me. So, breakfast. We need to talk about breakfast because I think I need something like heartier for breakfast, but I still don't want to spend a whole bunch of points in the morning. So here's what let's do. Y'all know we have lists and lists and lists of low point things to eat for breakfast. I don't want to do that today. I just want to get in the kitchen and make some stuff. So let me do this and then we'll get back to the house. I'm going to do a quick something. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. Stretch or do a yoga or throw some weights or do something. I'm going to do something. But then I'll see y'all in the kitchen and we'll make some breakfast stuff. And it might be good and it might be bad, but it's going to be probably high protein, definitely low points. So I will see y'all back at the house and we'll get that going. All right. So y'all chill and I'll see you back there.
Patience is a spell to cast. Mine never seems to last longer than a Midwest sunset wrapping around this city. I'm walking through a purple dusk, trying to clear the cobwebs and the dust of my own mind. God, I must have slipped into a slow rust, but the pink moon rising to the east. Today I was not as kind as I set out to be. The pink moon, the bats swing down for bugs to eat. I'm so busy doing nothing, watching days melt into weeks. My friend is on the other line. She called to talk, instead we cried. The pandemic hit and her father died. Says the greatest gift she got was time. It's so hard to breathe with a tight chest. Well, gratitude makes dinner taste the best. I'm making new meals out of leftover food so I can sit at the table and stare at you. Pink moon there beneath the trees. Now you're running like a madman to where the land and blue sky meet. That pink moon, it's splitting like a melon. It's sticky on my lips like secrets ripe for telling. Tomorrow I will try again to not break in two, but simply bend with the wind and the rain and the dancing stars. Distant suns lighting up the dark. I suppose that's all anyone can do. And if you promise me, I'll promise you to revel in the beauty and howl like a fool. Raise my cup to the big pink moon.
All right, y'all, I went ahead and fetched all the stuff. I did some flexing, did some stretching. Now I'm ready to cook and taste some savory breakfasts. So I have some pre-prepping going on, but for the actual like prepping, let's start with some sausage because we're going to use that and some other stuff that we're making. So I've done this before, but when I did it before, I just kind of like browned ground turkey on the stove and put sausage seasoning in it. But y'all, we're going to be fancy today. We're going to make some sausage patties. So I'm going to start with some ground turkey. Just going to throw it in a bowl. And there are a bunch of different recipes for this. I'm going to try not to clank my bracelet on the bowl the whole time. You know what? I'm only going to use one hand so I can put stuff in with the other hand. So There are different recipes. Many of them call for some kind of sweetener, but I don't want sweet sausage. I want savory sausage. So I'm going to do, you know what, now that I have turkey on my hand, let me try to move y'all without dumping my camera over. All right, there we go. Now I can talk right to you. I'm going to do sage. And just put, thyme goes in sausage, right? Ooh, that's a lot. Thyme. And we have a lot of thyme on our hands. Y'all saw it coming, didn't you? You could not get out of the way of that one. All right. And some fennel seed. Oh, that definitely smells like sausage. All right, this is going to be a two-hander. Hang on. Let me just put in all the seasoning, and then I'm going to mush it with two hands. Put in a little marjoram. I might do a little more sage. That kind of smells like what sausage is supposed to smell like. And different recipes, of course, call for different things, but a lot of them call for red pepper flakes. But y'all, that has me a little frightened. So I don't think I'm going to put red pepper flakes in this one. So, and I don't want to overwork it because y'all know turkey is not very forgiving. So I'm going to, yeah, this is getting sticky. Yeah, all right, let me wash my hands. Hang on, I'll be right back. All right, so now I'm going to take this, form it into patties, and air fry it. And y'all know we do turkey in the air fryer at 350. And when we do either balls or patties, we do, isn't it like 7 minutes? And then we flip it, and they go for about, I don't know, 4 or 5 more minutes. So I'm going to keep a close eye on these. They're about the thickness of our normal, you know, when we do those like ground turkey hamburgers, the zombie brain burgers, as the intern calls them. These are about that same thickness, maybe a little bit less thick. But these don't have, we put, we put sauteed onions and sauteed peppers in those. So I don't know what that does to cook time. But anyway, y'all don't need to sit here and watch me do this. Let me put these together and get them in the oven or get them in the air fryer. And then I'll come back and tell you what else we're going to do, all right? So y'all sit tight and I'll be back. Y'all have a looky here. Ooh, I just ate a piece of that. That's a little spicy. Now this is what I had going, my like pre-prep. Oh, I just grabbed that with my hand. It's hot. Let me scooch it under so you can really see it. So this is a spiced butternut squash. Let me tell you what I did here and what we're going to do with it. So I took some butternut squash that I bought just bought it at the Walmart, like the bag of diced butternut squash, and I tossed it in a bowl with some olive oil, some cumin, garlic powder, smoked paprika, a little salt and pepper, tossed it around good, just threw it in a pan, threw it in the oven at 450, and it was sitting in there baking the whole time we were talking, so I don't know, maybe 20 minutes. Came out nice and roasty. Now, I'm going to cook an egg real quick, and then we're going to put together a burrito bowl with this stuff on the bottom, and we're going to see how it tastes. Y'all, I have no idea how this is going to taste. This stuff's a little bit spicy, so I don't know. Let's just see what we come up with. Let me check the sausage. Let me make an egg, and I'll be right back. All right, y'all, let's give this a try. Let me show you what I'm going to do. This is not as hot anymore. I can move it with my hand. So I'm going to make a burrito bowl, and I'm going to start. I need to find me a spoon. I'm going to start with some of this sausage on the bottom. Sausage. This is not sausage. This is squash. I'm going to start with some of this squash on the bottom. And then I think I'm going to go ahead and layer on my egg. Now, I didn't want it like soupy, but I didn't want it hard either. So I left it just a little mushy. I'm going to put in some, I think you're supposed to do raw onion, but y'all, I don't like raw onion, so I didn't do it. So there's some onion. I did leave my pepper raw, some bell pepper, and so this is all 0 points so far. Let's go ahead and throw in some tomato. And then I'm going to top it off. I thawed out 1 ounce, and I actually weighed it, 1 ounce of avocado, because 1 ounce of avocado is 1 point. So this whole thing so far is 1 point. Let me check on that sausage. Hang on, y'all. All right, it's starting to brown nicely. So there's that. Now I'm going to put just a touch of lemon juice on top. Now I want to get the actual taste of it, so I'm not going to add any like salsa or hot sauce or anything to it. But of course you could do any of those things. I think I'm going to throw some salt on it because I know I'm going to want salt on that avocado. All right, here we go. Let's see what we got, and let's see if I can do this without wearing this egg. Although I didn't leave the yolk sorry, let me let y'all see this. I didn't leave the yolk very squishy. That looks really nice. I'm a little bit concerned because I think I put a lot of seasoning on that squash, but everything else in here is really mild. So let's just see. Let me get a little of everything. I need to get some, there we go, some squash. All right, let's see. It's very nice. It is not overly, like y'all, I don't know if y'all noticed, and I don't know if I'm going to leave it in here because I think it's going to look a little silly, but when I first took the squash out of the oven, I tasted it, and y'all, I was like coughing, like, holy Moses, that's a lot, because it's got cumin, which is a strong flavor. It's got smoked paprika, which is a strong flavor. And I might have put on a little bit much pepper, which is a strong flavor. So let me get one more bite. Get some avocado in there. Get some more squash. Oh, let me get some pepper. Yeah, this is nice. I think this is a good idea. I think this is a nice, savory breakfast idea. This might be nice if you're having company because it's pretty and it's a little bit fancy. And it's super easy. Because that's a huge bite. Because you just throw the squash on the thing, stick it in the oven, let it cook, dice up all your stuff, and then cook your eggs to order, and Bob's your uncle, you got a nice fancy breakfast. So, Yep, that's very tasty. All right, no more of this because we got a lot to do. Let me get the sausage out of the oven. Y'all, hang on. Look at our sausages, y'all. These are actually kind of cute. I mean, for 0 points. They're 0 point cute. So, all right. We did a burrito bowl. We made some sausages. Now, you know what I want to try? Have we ever talked about shredded potatoes? We might have talked about them. I keep regular, like plain old shredded hash browns in the freezer, and they are 2 points for half a cup. So let's make like a breakfast bowl with shredded hash browns on the bottom. So hang on, let me get some shredded hash browns out. All right, y'all. So I went ahead and air fryered half a cup of just plain old shredded potatoes. So with this, I scrambled just 1 egg because I have to try all this stuff and we don't need a whole bunch of eggs. I've already eaten 1 egg. This is going to be another egg. We got a couple more things coming up. Y'all relax. It's just 1 egg. So scrambled an egg, and I'm going to put in some onions and some peppers. And let's throw a sausage on this one. We haven't tried the sausage yet. Let's throw a sausage on this one. And maybe, I think I have cheese. If y'all could see the mess in this kitchen. You can see the catastrophe behind me. That's all down here too. I got some fat-free cheddar cheese, so let's throw some of that on here. Just a little, because I don't want the points. All right, let's taste this. Now, you can, of course, throw like salsa or something else on here to get some flavor with no points, but I just want to taste this. Just see what we got going. Look at the sausage. That looks pretty good. Let's taste the sausage first. And you know what? If I'd done that like over mushy egg instead of scrambled, it would have been more of like a sauce for the whole thing. That is exceptionally tasty. That's very good. I'll try this whole thing together. I'm gonna make a oh, that fennel, that was a good call. Here we go. I'm gonna make a mess. That is very good. Maybe make the sausages a little thinner because that's a lot of sausage. But y'all, that's really tasty. And because I sauteed my onions, that's given it some nice moisture. Because I was like, ooh, that's going to be dry. It is not. And I just dropped a pepper on the floor for a felon. I guess because I air fryered the potatoes, they're pretty moist as well. Sorry if you don't like the M word. I know some people don't like that word. Sorry. They're pretty not dry as well. So let me take one more bite of this. That is good. I think I should have cut up. Of course, you're going to want to cut up your sausage, not just throw it in there like an animal, but like cut it up like a human before you put it in there. And yeah, that's very good. Savory breakfast number 2. Check. All right. There's something interesting that I want to try. It's a little bit much. So let me get this under control. And we need to go over to the stove because we're going to actually cook something together. So y'all give me a minute to get these things kind of sorted and I'll meet you over at the stove. All right, y'all, I got one more thing for us to try. And this might be fabulous because it's a little bit fancy, but it's so simple that if it turns out really good, it's going to be awesome because it's so simple. But if it's like completely disgusting, it's okay because it's so simple. You're like, oh, well, not like it was hard. So here's what you do. You start off, as with many of the best things in life, you start off with a little olive oil and garlic. So I'm going to let that get going a little. To that, I'm going to add a little dried basil. Dried oregano. And just the tiniest bit, y'all, I'm going in, just the tiniest bit of red pepper flakes. Just a little bit. And I'm going to let that just get fragrant. Because you know, we don't want to burn that garlic. Oh, it smells so good. Now remember, we're doing savory breakfast. I know that's so noisy, sorry. I'm going to err on the side of caution and go ahead with my next step, which is, so this is supposed to be like for a family, like a big thing, but I'm not making very much of it. So you're supposed to do a whole 28-ounce can of tomatoes. But I'm just going to scoop in some of the tomatoes. And I'm going to make sure and fold in all of this deliciousness. Get the garlic off of that heat. I don't know if y'all noticed, I cut down the heat. But even though I've cut down the heat, I'm going to move this onto another burner so I can use this burner to do something else, because we're not going to just sit here and watch this simmer. But I'm going to let this simmer a bit on another burner. And actually, I'm going to move it over here all the way out of the way. I'm going to cut that on low. And now I'm going to make an egg. I know, right? Make an egg? What a surprise in this video. So let me find my Pam. And y'all, I didn't do this in my other eggs, but I'm going to put just the tiniest bit of butter in here because I just feel like it makes them cook nicer. And I'm going to leave this egg a little bit slimier, and y'all know that like squeeges me out just enough that I just want it a little nicer. So I'm going to need some more heat than that to cook an egg. Oh, I broke my yolk. That's all right. I really, really don't like a slimy yolk, so that's all right. That's an omen right there. So here's what we do, y'all. I'm going to move quickly before that yolk cooks all the way, and we just put a little of the tomato sauce in a bowl. Can y'all see that? And then slide the egg in. Now, I've seen multiple different recipes. So this is called like egg in purgatory or egg in Hades or something. This is obviously an Italian recipe. I almost said Italian restaurant. This is obviously an Italian recipe, but I've seen, I believe it's a Greek variation that's also a tomato base but it's got spinach in it. And so you make it in a big old pan, and then you make sort of holes in the tomato base, like in the tomato sauce, and you put your eggs in it and you cook them in the tomato sauce. I opted out of doing that because I just didn't I felt like this one was easier to scale down because I didn't want like a big old pot of the stuff. But did I turn off that camera? I did not. So y'all saw what this is, right? That's what we got. So I'm gonna, now I've thought of different things to do with this. You can obviously serve this with toast, or we could have done this with gosh, that's gonna be hot. We could have done it with our potatoes, those shredded potatoes. I feel like this has a lot of potential. And of course, you can do the tomato sauce ahead of time and then just quick make you an egg in the morning and throw it together with whatever it is that you're trying to eat. If it's any good, y'all, this could be absolutely horrible. Horrible. I don't think I've done eggs and tomato together before. But I mean, we like eggs and ketchup, right? That's the same thing. Why am I having such a hard time getting this on a fork? All right, let's try this. This can be hot. That is good. Those red pepper flakes are kicking. Boy, howdy, is there a lot of red pepper in there. That's good, though. Man, is that good. I'm going to get a bite with the... I'm afraid to take it away from the bowl because it's going to fall. I'm going to get a bite with the squeegee yolkness. I don't want to think too much about it. Y'all, that's very good. I put in way too much. Were y'all thinking when I was shaking that red pepper in there, holy crap, she's putting a lot of red pepper in there? You were not wrong. And holy, my face is leaking. Look at my eyes. I just bought, look how red these peppers are. I just bought these red pepper flakes because great day in the morning. And I can't touch my face because I have all the spices on my hands. The intern likes, good Lord. The intern likes red pepper flakes for his pizza. And he had a thing of it. And he was eating pizza the other day and I asked if he wanted his red pepper flakes. And he's like, no, they're dead. And I was like, they're right over there. And he said, no, they don't. They have no spice left to them. And I was like, all right, well, I'll buy you some more because I don't think they go bad, but whatever. What do I know from red pepper flakes? So I bought some more. These ones aren't dead, y'all. They're hot. So yeah, I just burnt myself on fire with red pepper flakes, but this is very good. The squash bowl was really good. And the potato bowl, I think, was good and has great potential. Y'all, that sausage, I'm going to do that from now on. Well, maybe not from now on, but that's definitely an option for making breakfast. So, did I tell y'all about the intern's friend, when the intern's buddies were, like, they were in town and they were staying here and I had made some, like, just sausage flavored, like, ground turkey. And I was eating it for breakfast or something. And one of them asked what I was eating. And I said sausage. And he's like, I don't look like sausage. So I said what it was. And he's like, that's not sausage. Just because you call it sausage doesn't make it sausage. Now, these are sausages because they're sausage shaped and they're sausage flavored. They're sausage. So anyway, now I have sausage, like actual turkey sausage patties. And I'm excited about that. So y'all, let us know in the comments. Do you like a sweet breakfast option or a savory breakfast option? Because now we have more savory breakfasts for our savory breakfast option list. Let us know in the comments, do you prefer sweet or savory? And what do you like? If you're a savory breakfast kind of person, what do you like for your savory breakfasts? Let us know in the comments. Y'all, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. If you made it this far, we are most definitely friends. So go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you can keep up with the shenanigans. I upload food and fitness videos at the beginning of every week with some book videos sprinkled in between. See you on the next one.